Hello, my beautiful fire signs. I'm doing a collective reading for all my fire signs, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. And we're looking at the energy and what it offers you during this blood moon eclipse in Virgo. I'm going to do a 3 fates reading, okay, where we're channeling the 3 fates, the 3 sisters. And we're looking at fate, destiny, and fortune. We're looking at them separately. Specifically looking at what it is that you've been overlooking or avoiding for the past 6 months, where you've been editing yourself just to try and maintain a sense of stability, and as a result, creating more instability and attracting more of what you don't want. Okay, so now that we find ourselves here with this blood moon, that which is eclipsed is coming out, it's being revealed, it's coming into the open for you to see with clarity so that we can reset. This is the great reset for the collective, okay? We're releasing what we cannot take forward, what no longer serves. And releasing the costumes that we've been wearing, the facades, the masks, the role that we've been playing in a story that is untrue to who, that does not match who we truly are. So if I've been playing the role of the persecuted witch, for example, afraid to come out into the light, constantly aware of and avoiding persecution, backlash, rejection, and abandonment from people, then that is not who I truly am, and stepping into a different story will allow, in order to step into a different story, I need to release that old narrative, that old role, to step into the story of sovereign, empowered, honored, respected, appreciated goddess, God, magician, seer, healer. You understand? Okay, so that's what this reading is about. It is the grand reset, beloved. This is a forced reboot. That which we've been holding on to, we need to release it. We might have noticed, guys, that within the past couple of days or just in the recent past, that some people, situations, and things have left our lives. Okay. For some of us, this energy starts to come in early. Okay. We're all on a slightly different timeline. What is weighing you down and what you were never meant to bear. You're releasing those, some of the wounds that we still carry that have been passed on from our ancestors. Okay, some of that imprint, some of that programming, it's time to release it. All right, my fire signs. If you're new to my channel, I'm High Priestess Elif. I welcome you to evolve with me. You'll notice my eyes are already predominantly closed because I've already been taken into this deep channeling for this energy. So welcome your guides and keepers into the space. Ask them to guide you through this reading. If it is meant for you, trust that that which is, that you are ready to receive, that you are receptive of, that it will add value, activate and amplify, support you through the process of releasing what no longer serves. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their sacred flames burning. I give thanks to my guides and keepers, your guides and keepers, for bringing us together and for giving us access to this sacred information to serve our highest good, to make our journey here on this planet Earth easier, to help us tune into who we truly are. Returning subscribers, always good to have you here. Get comfortable. Let's connect to spirit. Just a quick one, guys. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy the energy, you feel like you resonate with the energy, with my energy, with these messages, I hope that you decide to subscribe and click the notification bell. If you are interested in signing up for spiritual coaching sessions, or a private reading. Details are in the description box below. Let's begin. Thank you, Spirit, for my fire signs. What do we have in the position of fate? Okay, I've got 2 coming through. What we have in the position of fate. What is fated? What is at the heart of every cycle, of every process, of every opportunity for you to be your true self? We've got the grumpy red fairy. Okay, this is fairy energy stepping forward, and she comes to remind you that you are not here to be likable, but that you will be loved, honored, and appreciated in all the ways that count by the souls of those who you encounter. Don't mind their egos so much. Human beings are fickle, you know this. And at the end of the day, how they treat you is their own karma. It should bear no effect on you in your experience, and it certainly has no impact on your worth. Be true to yourself always. We've got this beautiful red in her hair. You have been chosen by your ancestors to walk this path. Step into your shoes fully, without any fear. And then we've got the number 8 there, which is, yes, infinity. You've always been misunderstood, beautiful soul. You've always been experienced as too much sometimes for those who've had their ego stroked and their shadows hidden from them. Those who have not had the courage to meet with themselves fully. This is only an indication of how powerful you are, because you activate that which people have buried deep, 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 deep underground. And then, lady with the botched egg, ancient wisdom. You are a keeper of sacred wisdom. You are a keeper of sacred knowledge. You are a keeper of sacred medicine. You work with those who perceive themselves as broken because society says so. But they are not. Different, yes. Unique, yes. You're a keeper of sacred things, misunderstood things. All right. So, what is fated is that you are to be true to yourself always, and that from that place everything flows with ease. And then, of course, you're the keeper of the sacred wisdom. So let's get the rest of these messages for you. Let's connect to the grumpy red fairy first. This grumpy red fairy is tired of being judged by people busy sticking their noses in her business, declaring that she doesn't look happy enough, or saying that she should look and act and dress in a very different way. She's very cross because it's tiring walking down the street or into schools and around teachers or parents or friends or classmates who evaluate her. It's true that she's quirky and punky, and that she never smiles unless she truly wishes to. She's often silent and can feel very out of sorts, but she's never disruptive or unkind or cruel. She just knows it's time to be real and not to fall into the trap of fake smiling. She'd rather frown until she giggles. This is authenticity. This is being true to oneself, being so in tune with what it is that you are perceiving, processing, interpreting, I'm getting the energy of someone that is not neurotypical, that's neurospicy. And the world is changing. The old world is dying. It's already dead. It's already dead, despite all the chaos and the noise on the surface here. It's just the echoes, you know, like when lightning strikes, you hear the sound of it much later. To some people in this world, sadly, but oh so truly, it is all about fitting in. It's all about playing by the rules. And because you've put so many restrictions, because they've put so many restrictions on themselves, they get very disapproving when others, just like you and the grumpy fairy, red fairy, feel free enough to be themselves, to express themselves in exciting and dynamic and creative ways. When the grumpy red fairy comes to play, it may be time to really just be your own true self, whoever that is, from day to day, moment by moment. Wear black, wear whatever color you want, experiment with your hair and your own personal style. Play the drums, join a rock band, just don't fake it. Don't smile and be sugary sweet and all nice, just because you think that's how you should be. Be real. Be your real, true, authentic self. Be authentic. Be funny. But just be you. Try different things. Find out who you are. Then the smiles that do come will be genuine. And they will be warm. And they will warm the hearts of all. You are being called to be your true self, and this red fairy is here to protect you and guide you and support you in this. You are very, very special. You were a special baby, and regardless of your circumstances, you've had fairies watching over you since day one, because you are sacred to this planet. You carry sacred medicine. Do not be concerned with those who are mean to you, who lash out at you, who judge you and discriminate against you. The red fairy deals with them. So this is a message that makes it clear. My beloved fire sign, it has always been fated for you to be different. For you to go where no one else has gone. For you to present your medicine, what it is you've come to offer the world in a unique packaging, in a unique way. Trying to find the right way has been stunting you. Trying to find the perfect way has been blocking you. You've been attracting people who expect the world to conform around them so that they can feel validated and valued. And when you don't do that, they abuse you. So be true to yourself. Allow yourself to just be. And start to honor your calling, your gifting, your talents. It's time. Truly honor it. Lady with the botched egg. Let's see what message comes forward with this. Ancient wisdom. The lady with the botched egg is the one in this lifetime who has been chosen to keep safe and sometimes keep secret deep esoteric knowledge. You are chosen for that. Throughout history, most troubled times, there have always been courageous beings ensuring that sacred knowledge is kept alive. Even though the world may burn and disasters befall humanity, the wars take down cities, there will always be those brave souls who will take the knowledge represented by the botched egg, camouflage it and keep it safe, so that at a later time, when the world is finally ready, we can all learn. There's a reason why the egg manifests as a botched egg, because people judge things at first glance. And when something looks like it's not valuable, well, they overlook it. It's only those who know the value that it possesses that will see it for what it truly is, and that is this botched egg. So, this lady speaks to you now. My town is on fire, the night sky is full of screams and smoke, and I have done what I can to safeguard this treasure from the sacred library. I will keep it safe, record its wisdom, and ensure that these truths stay alive for a future time. I hope that you understand the history of the knowledge that you crave, and respect and acknowledge the freedom of the times that you now live in, and do the work yourself. Don't only teach it, live it. It may be that at some time you too will find my egg, and that you are a person chosen to speak of the knowledge that others taught, that others thought was lost. Or it may be that you too are a guardian of wisdom. If you are, know when to keep silent, know what to keep to yourself, and know that some secrets come to light at the right time. I bring you now the symbols of the alchemists, the secrets of the Gnostics, and the wisdom of the magicians, and the witches, and the herbalists, all save for this time. In the strange form of the egg, you are a keeper of sacred medicine and sacred wisdom. You possess the knowledge, the wisdom, and the skills to alchemize, to understand, interpret, and to incorporate the Gnostics. The wisdom of the magicians, you possess that magic. The craft of the witches and the medicine of the herbalists. It may feel to you that you are receiving wisdom from ancient sources, and that some of its energy may feel unfamiliar to you. Okay? Even dark. So you might be questioning it, but it's likely that you are receiving messages from times when people like you, misfits and mystics, were oppressed and punished for their natural gifts. So explore at this time something to do with the Renaissance or medieval times, and understand that the knowledge was brought through to you. A very fortunate being living in a very fortunate time. Keep it safe. Learn all that you can. Explore esoteric symbology and history of magic and spirituality. Know now that while you are safe, you may wish to keep silent about certain practices. This message is to let you know, this is the message coming through, that the knowledge that you possess, that you've carried forth in your vessel, in this body, has been activated. Now is the right time. Yes, it is information that has been sent through the ether, through time, space, reality, to meet with you when you are ready at this given time. And it comes from a time when it was not so safe, when this information needed to be protected. But now we are safe, and you can trust your intuition. Measures have been put in place to buffer, to protect, and to safeguard this information from those who do not have the capacity to receive it from a place of love and appreciation, and to make good with it. Meaning, whenever this information comes across someone who is deaf, blind, and dumb, spiritually speaking, energetically, it repels. They hear something else. This is why you will come across people who will respond to your message or what you're offering from out of left field. Like you'll think, Are they listening to me? That they actually hear what I'm saying? They cannot hear. They're seeing and they're hearing something else. So, you have nothing to be afraid of, beloved. Dive deep. Allow yourself to look crazy. The time is now. So what is fated is that, yes, you are a keeper of sacred wisdom, sacred knowledge. This is why people either love you, they're drawn to you, or they're afraid and they don't know why, they're uncomfortable and they're repelled. Because those who do not have the capacity to honor and be receptive from a place of grace and goodness, they will not be able to tolerate your energy. You will be uncomfortable for them. This is how sacred things are protected. Okay, so you have a chance to close the loop on old cycles and clear the space for what's next. And what's next is that you step fully into your truth, that you share with the world your magic, your gifts, your value, and that those who are meant to benefit from it, that they will be receptive of it, that you allow yourself to set yourself free from the fear, the illusions that anything bad can happen to you as a result of being your true full self. You then from that place are able to fall into deeper and deeper love with yourself, to honor, to respect, to uplift, and to do all the great things that you came here to do. You are coming out of hiding, and the ways in which you have edited yourself in order to be safe. With this message, beloved, your guides, your keepers, and your ancestors trust that now you know there's no need for you to do that anymore. Okay. Destiny. Let's see what destiny brings. So, fate brought you the grumpy red fairy, which watches over you and takes care of those who abuse you. Okay. Not that you wish ill karma or poor karma, but that is just the reality we live in, cause and effect, right? Don't expect to step into the yard of someone who has two very protective dogs, attack them and expect the dogs to lick your legs. It doesn't work that way. That's just silly, isn't it? So, destiny, let's see what she has to offer my fire signs at this time. What is destined? This is the momentum that has already been set in motion. Okay. There's no point in resisting it. So from our free will, even though we've been guided towards letting in more love, or letting in that relationship we want, or letting in more alignment with our purpose, our gifting, our talents, our calling, and more abundance, perhaps our beliefs, our fear has made us take actions and have conversations and say things and think thoughts that are contradictory to that. And so that's attracted some unwanted, uncomfortable things. The momentum is always also already there. It's already set in motion. There's no point in resisting it. See it for what it is. Surrender to the process and honor the clarity that you are receiving. Okay, because it serves in some way. Destiny. What does destiny bring? Page of Swords. Destiny brings the Page of Swords. New ideas, new concepts, new beliefs, new perspectives. Slowly, the universe brings you more and more evidence of your newfound clarity and your newfound truth, so that you build confidence, develop faith and trust in your new understanding of how this universe works. You see that spiral in the card? That is time. That is destiny. Destiny is how time unfolds as we move from one cycle into the next. You are destined to find your center right now. As you begin a new cycle. Page of Pentacles. All this new energy. New ideas. New focus. A new sense of stability. Nurturing a seed. This is a message for you from Spirit about a process, an exercise that you can do where you visualize 2 plants. You focus on your breath. Box breathing, perhaps 4 breaths in, holding that breath to the count of 4, and then exhale to the count of 4, and then visualize 2 plants. One is the false god, ego. Always trying to dominate, to be relevant, to assert, to amplify negative emotions so that it restates its importance and value in your life because it doesn't know its value. And then the other plant, that is your soul self. That is the part of you that is source, connected to God. That is your soul self. That is love. That is peace. That is clarity. That is trust, faith. You see, faith is the one plant and fear is the other. Source is the one plant and ego is the other. And then you send love to both. You judge neither, but you water faith. You water source. You water the part of you that is soul. And you see that plant begin to grow bigger and stronger. That is the exercise. And that is what the message destiny brings through with this pentacle. The universe knows exactly what it is that you want. You have stated your preferences time and time again. Every time you experience what you don't want, every time you experience the outcome of something that you thought would be a particular way, but it didn't turn out as satisfactory, as enjoyable, as delicious as you'd hope, your preference is amplified. And the universe knows exactly what this is. So you can daydream and you can hold space for that which you prefer, the stability that you desire, the security, the abundance that is your birthright. But you can have beliefs active that contradict it and say, but maybe I'm not good enough yet. And maybe now's not the right time. And maybe not enough people like what I'm doing. And maybe I'm being greedy, and maybe I should just be happy with the way things are, and maybe life doesn't get any better than this, and this is why. What destiny speaks of here is an old mindset that is being reborn. As you find your center, you close a cycle and you begin a new one with a new perspective, which is in alignment to that which you are manifesting and not contradictory. Things are happening for you right now that are a little bit uncomfortable, my fire signs. And what Spirit is saying is this, the momentum that has created the manifestation that you're living right now happened a while ago. It's old news, but if you resist and you beat yourself up about it and you decide that you should be very miserable because of it, that you don't deserve happiness because of it, that it means that you are not loved and you are not good and you are not safe. You perpetuate that cycle. You stay stuck there right at the last bits of it before the new cycle begins. If you make a different choice and you surrender to it and you say to yourself what you know to be true. It's been a little challenging for me to accept that I'm worthy. I've put so much pressure on myself because there were many, many times in my life when I hoped for a particular outcome, and when it didn't work out, I felt undeserving, unworthy. I felt unloved. I felt rejected, abandoned. I felt pain. And I don't want to feel that. And so I've decided to expect disappointment. I've decided to avoid being too vulnerable. I've decided that maybe if I prepare myself for the blow of disappointment, it won't be so painful. And so I've allowed bogus beliefs about my worth and how other people don't value me and how I am not seen and I'm not likable and people don't appreciate good things and people are not honest, and all of these bogus untruths. I've kept them active longer than has served me, and now I've created some unwanted outcomes. But I know better, and I just needed some time. I needed some time to fully realize that it no longer works for me. That if I'm going to allow the abundance that is my birthright and my goodness to be seen and recognized and valued and appreciated, that I need to allow others access. That I don't need to fear anyone because everybody's just doing the best that they can. That I deserve to have my dreams come true. I deserve more ease. I deserve more abundance. I deserve to live a relationship with money where I do not count every penny or stress about bills that need to be paid. And I've come to realize that the mere fact that it is so uncomfortable for me when I expect or when I'm living out shortage, that I'm not supposed to be living shortage. Because if Source were in agreement that that is my reality, that this is my reality, I would be comfortable with it, as many are. But I'm not, which is an indication that this is not my truth. That abundance awaits me, and that I've just needed some time to get ready to be ready. And I can acknowledge that I'm readier than I've ever been. Now that closes that cycle and it begins the new one. And if you continue to add to the momentum of that, Destiny says, momentum builds, it's the physics of our reality, and it will only amplify. That version of your story will only amplify. So, yes, you feel a little insecure. You feel like you've not been getting things right. You feel like there's a big gap between you and the confidence you want to live when it comes to the clarity of your desires and of your worthiness and of your goodness and the stability of your finances and your relationships. Again, what you're experiencing now is the last waves of the tsunami. It is old news. Surrender to it, see it for what it is, smile at it. Yes, you created it. But it's not your forever reality. It's a part of what you expected. It's a part of what you believed. It's a part of what your nervous system was willing to allow. And in these moments and in the days that have passed, your nervous system has expanded too, to be able to allow more. So, what's destined to happen for you is that you surrender to this. You trust the process and you see it for what it is. And you have stability coming in. There is an opportunity here for your status to be elevated. We've got the 3 Pentacles, the number 3 coming through again here for 3 fates. This is what is destined. is that what comes in for you is elevated status, more stability, more security in your money, in your business. In your relationships. Okay. Beautiful. Now, for my fire signs, what does the reset bring? Just going back to add to this message from Destiny, you have to contribute to the stability. So you've got to put the building blocks in place, and you do it in exactly the way that has been shown to you in this reading. All right. Through the conversation you have, what you speak over your life. Okay. Fortune. What does the reset bring? What does this blood moon eclipse bring? My fire sign collective. Thank you, Spirit. Five of Cups. Knight of Wands. Ten of Cups. Five of Cups. Some loss, some grief, sadness. Perhaps feeling like time has been wasted. Feeling like the milk has been spilt and how can I ever get it back? From this sadness, from this grief, from this uncomfortable phase, you have the Knight of Wands coming in, a new passion, a purpose. These are opportunities, offers coming in towards you to offer you that which brings you joy. These could be clients, these could be business partners. This could be a Knight of Wands coming towards you in love, romance, passion, if that is what you're open to. Because Wands is about your purpose and your passion, relationships and your calling. Cups is love. And here we have another 10. Your purpose and your calling is your love, your gift of love. It is your sacred love child that you offer to the world. So it could be about that here as well. It's definitely about that, Spirit says, but there's also relationship stuff going from heartbreak to 10 of Cups. From heartbreak to 10 of Cups, this is after a great loss in love, new love. Love comes back around and gives you happily ever after. With the 5 of Cups to the 10 of Cups, this is not new energy. It could be, but it's not highlighting that for me. Fortune is not highlighting that. So it could be a all existing connection, but it doesn't have to be. This is where you've had some challenges, some sadness, some difficulty, even with your purpose, your calling, working through some grief, working through the witch's wound, very potentially working through your fear, loss that you've experienced in the past as a result of it. Yeah, you have the 10 of Cups, happily ever after, emotional fulfillment. This is what the blood moon brings you, is joy, happiness, emotional fulfillment, purpose, passion. You've let something go, and love comes back tenfold. This comes towards you. This is not something you have to pursue. These are your clients. These are your friends. These are people who can appreciate you. This is the tribe that is ready for you, to receive you, to be blessed by you, and to bless you. So, and this is this Knight of Wands coming in and offering you this wand. The Knight of Wands is wearing a superhero suit. I've never noticed that in this deck before. Okay, you're going to feel like this is your superhero coming in. Wow, beloved, that is your message. That is what this blood moon eclipse offers you. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, that you were able to receive and grasp all of these beautiful sacred messages for you to serve your highest good. There's so much value in here for you. Incorporate the exercises, the processes. If you'd like to get a channeled activation in which I create a rampage for you, like the one I did there, where you basically rewrite your story without stretching it too much, because when we try and create affirmations that are unrealistic, the nervous system knows. So channeling, activating the nervous system for expansion, recalibrating your energy to a broader place so that you can be more receptive of more, is something that I offer clients. So if you'd like to have that, have a channeled activation created for you, personally customized to you, you are welcome to contact me for that. Personal reading, coaching sessions, details are in the description box below. Whatever you choose to do, beloved, do what is best for you, love and light. Don't forget to comment. Let me know which video you are on. Those of you who watch 3 or more videos, if you comment and let me know first, second, third video, you will go into a draw to potentially win a free reading or a coaching session with me. Every month I'm going to choose one winner. Love and light. See you next time. Bye now.